GCK-KC Circle with Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
Hello, it is another amazing time at the GCK-KC Circle. I am Esther Dada. It is my pleasure to be your host for today. My co-host on this episode is
Isaac Abatape. At the GCK-KC Circle, kings, queens, princes, and princesses are nested, nurtured, and knitted for royalty.
Ever wondered how the mind works? It is intriguing to see a young person create an empire with the power of imagination. Interestingly, the same tool used to build an empire has killed some dreams, the tool of imagination.
The convener of the GCK-KC Circle.
Leading the charge on this transformative platform is the renowned global trailblazer, Dr. W.F Kumuyi. As an advocate for youth engagement and global excellence, Dr. W.F Kumuyi shines as a beacon of innovation and advocacy for excellence.
Dr. W.F Kumuyi will elucidate on this on today's episode. But before it comes up, let's listen to this inspiring music ministration by a renowned gospel artist.
You are worthy of it all. Come on, lift it up. You are worthy of it all. For from you are all things, and to you are all things. You deserve the glory.
That was a soul-lifting ministration. There's something about courage, the courage to build that beauty of a life you envision. You see, irrespective of how big you dream, if you do not brace yourself to walk the talk, you will just be like a noisy cymbal.
Dr. W.F Kumuyi shares more on how we can courageously navigate life's hurdles and achieve our desired dreams. Take a listen.
In Daniel chapter 2, reading from verse 27, it said, Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king had demanded cannot the wise men and the astrologers and the magicians and the soothsayers show unto the king. Verse 28. In verse 28 it says, but there is a God in heaven. And he had connection with that God. There is a God in heaven. It says, and he maketh known unto the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. And he began to reveal what no other person could reveal. Remember, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. After the passing of chapter 2, then comes chapter 3. And in chapter 3, Nebuchadnezzar now decided he was going to raise up an idol. And the idol was a heavy head and weak feet. They see the furnace heated, and they see everything, and they see the fury of that Nebuchadnezzar. They say, you're serving God. Here we are. This is Babylon. Here I am. This is Nebuchadnezzar. And here, whatever I decide, demand, decree, that's final. I am, that's what he thought, I am the final authority here. Whatever vision you have, don't carry in here. And whatever desire and whatever goal you have, don't carry in here. And whatever decision you have made, don't carry that in here, because Nebuchadnezzar said, I am the final authority here. Who is that God that can deliver you out of my hands? We're looking at Daniel, at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, you must understand, every time they talk to Nebuchadnezzar, they have to follow protocol. and they have to say what everybody says. Even if he is blaspheming their God, they have to say what everybody says. Even though he is challenging them and he wants to change their conviction, they have to say what everybody says. What do they say? "O King, live forever." They didn't follow protocol here. They said, "Here, you challenge our God." They said, "Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter." And eventually, you know the story. They were cast into the burning fiery furnace, and he stood. You will stand. There is a God in heaven that has all power. He can quench all the fierceness of that fire. Any fire coming into your life, you say you'll not worship idol, you'll not bend to the idea, the ideology of the day. And then people say they'll make the fire, they make the environment, they'll make life fiery for you, fiery for you. That fire will not burn you. Eventually, this Nebuchadnezzar himself had another dream, but he needed interpreter. He needed someone that would tell him, this tree that grew up and the branches reached into the heavens, and then a voice came of the watcher from heaven and said, "Cut it down." Could anybody ever cut down the tree, Nebuchadnezzar? There is one that is higher than the highest. He thought it was high and he could do anything. He could waste lives, he could destroy lives, and he could muzzle anyone, he could silence everyone, and he could look at everybody and the fire will be coming out of his furious face. Can anybody cut down that tree, make him mad, and eat grass like animals? There is a God in heaven, and it's a God of power, and it's a God that can do whatever he will do to bring the proud down. And he came finally to the conclusion. There was a standing Daniel, there was an interpreting Daniel, there was a focused Daniel, there was an unshakable Daniel. And because Daniel remained who he ought to be, eventually Nebuchadnezzar have to come down. As we go through life, you'll find fellow workers, you'll find fellow students, you'll find neighbors, and they are into the business not of increasing and improving themselves, they're into the business of bringing everybody down. Then the business of building the furnace of fire for everyone. Then the business of making life difficult, unbearable for everyone. But if you are like Daniel and you stand firm, if you are like Daniel and you stand focused, if you are like Daniel and you stand faithful, those Nebuchadnezzars in your life that want to burn you alive, they want to burn your career in life, they want to burn your aspirations in life, all of them will come down. All of them without exception, they will come down in Jesus' name. The courage of Daniel will come to you. The power he manifested will come to you in Jesus' name. Raise up that hand. Father, in Jesus' name, you are the God of all power, the God of all love, the God of all mercy. Lord, I pray that manifestation of your power that will promote everyone, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Lord, send it forth in Jesus' name. Lord, I pray all the past failure, all the past defeat, all the past sicknesses, all the past confusion, everything wiped away. In Jesus' name we pray.
Start your day in positive affirmation of who God says you are. God will not leave you empty of the manifestation of this promise.
Be courageous. Creation awaits your manifestation. It takes two to tango. God has promised. Play your part.
Play your part. Be the dream.
Be royal.
We believe that you've been impacted. Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi will love to hear from you. Please visit our social media platforms and don't forget to join us on the next episode of GCK King's Circle.